I don't know what's going on, but this whole thing is really funny. I got to start paying attention to this camera because I think that camera is more important than this. I don't know why I'm focusing on the microphone. I don't know what my deal is. The lighting is all good. Okay, I'm moving all the way over there, making sure I don't sit on my cords. My cords. My cords. I want to sit on my cords. All right. Poke out the eardrums. Can't wait to start doing all this stuff. So I muted myself on the test, which was funny as heck. Gotta make sure I keep that on there. So as I begin, ready. And now I'm gonna mute myself and begin the podcast. Welcome to Bodkonian's Guild Chat Podcast Wannabe with your host, Bodkonian, the most hated gamer in the community pretending to be a host of this podcast. Be warned, the feelings you feel is real, or the feelings of being tired and sleepy. And now, your boring host, Bodkonian. Okay, so Bodkonian here. I hope that all came out good. It's going to give me some time. I got to get used to looking at this camera because my monitor's right here. During the testing, I kept looking at the microphone like the microphone is the big deal. So you're going to see me look over here a couple times. I'm going to make sure that I have my audio not busting out your eardrums. Welcome to Bodkonian's episode. Yeah, words are terrible for me. I can't edit that. I'm not going to edit. It's all fun. We got to enjoy. We're going to have the fun time. But welcome to episode 13 of Bodkonian's Guild Chat. I'm your host, Bodkonian, and yeah, I have no idea how to podcast. I tried the first 12 episodes, got into ranting, and I got to get away from the ranting. I just got to have fun with it. I just got to go with the flow and things. And I know in podcast this is going to be about World of Warcraft, but this particular episode is about the YouTube channel and this huge long break. I don't want to go into World of Warcraft and pretend that, hey, dude, you haven't recorded a video in the last 2 years. So people that have subscribed to my channel and stayed around, thank you very much. About 135 subscribers. That's amazing. So I got to start doing things. Tomorrow is to me BlizzCon. This is my whole vacation week, so all of this week's been BlizzCon. And me and my sister decided we're going to go to BlizzCon, and at the end we started getting some tickets, some badges. So, well, that's what tickets are basically, and we'll get into all that BlizzCon stuff at another episode. I'll probably record another one after that will just kick things off into World of Warcraft and BlizzCon and everything. But this one here is about YouTube and the 2 years. I've allowed the haters and the trolls to have their fun, to dictate what I can and cannot do on my YouTube channel. And it wasn't just like a couple people, but it was just a big majority of people. And because at first I had like a raid video when I was in Argent Dawn, when Legion just launched and the Emerald Nightmare just came out, and I put a raid video up. I got backlash for that. And it was with some people in a guild at the time that I was in. And it wasn't very good. And I can't put the blame on that particular guild. I could put the blame on me. That will be covered in another episode on basically how to go into the guild the proper way with the right attitude. I had the wrong mindset when I joined the guild. I ruined the whole thing from the very start. I don't want to cough during the show, so I'll be having some haws. So I took a 2-year break. I made rules and regulation video. That's up. In case, yeah, I'm throwing paper over there. Sue me. So I did a rules and regulation video. What that means was, or what was the direction for that to go, is to establish basically like law and order on the YouTube channel for those who come in who want to dictate what I can and cannot do. Now, I don't mind getting criticisms, critiques, and whatnot. But when someone comes in with a dictatorship of a rule, you need to do this, you need to do that, it's a guaranteed must. You have to, without a two-way conversation, like they're running the channel and I'm not. It's like, hold up. You don't work for me. I don't work for you. This is bodkonian's entertainment. That's the new title. It used to be JLB3 Gaming Entertainment. Now I changed that to bodkonian Entertainment. bodkonian's Entertainment. So I didn't want people to come into my YouTube channel and dictate what can and cannot be done. And I had to establish that start. So I can go into making content, making videos, and trying to do, you know, podcast. Just give it a shot, just to see, and do it the right way, the way I wanted to do it before, but I didn't because I got caught up into rants and everything. And all that crazy stuff. And if you look at the other episodes, you would actually see a whole different background and everything. It's going to be really short, sweet, and simple. It's not going to be anything too extravagant. Because I was trying to make everything extravagant, and I'm like, who wants? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just gonna do my thing, man. I'm just gonna have fun. I'm just gonna be myself. Put my own little style of crazy artwork into this, and if I ever get recognized down the road where people want to, hey, they want to add stuff to, to the show to enhance it, to make it better, I can discuss that with them. But right now, it's just going to be real simple and real easy. So, do apologize for the 2-year break. And I basically gave up making content, being part of a community and everything. And I would go to BlizzCon every year, and I'm like, man, I really wish I could get back into being reactive again. And BlizzCon 2017 actually did that. It was like a fire that just lit me up, and I thought about it for a whole complete year. How will I do this? And now today I decided, or this week I decided that I was going to, you know what? Why wait for the moment, for the perfect thing, and why not just make it happen? If I fail, I'm going to be successful. If I quit, the haters, they win, and they're not going to win this fight. I mean, I just moved from Panama City Beach, Florida to Phoenix. What a great move. I'm not going to get into why I moved because it's not important. I'm helping out my sister. Well, I'm kind of going into that, right? I know I'm probably a little bit dark. I got to get used to the lighting situation here and figure out how to make it all work. Because this little area, ouch, wall, hello? Yes, I walk into walls, and even when I'm sitting down, I hit walls. Like in World of Warcraft, I'm on my mount, I go flying around, and I rant. Well, there's like this indent little desk wannabe thing. I'm like, sweet, I'm going to use this. So I like that. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Hope I don't bust your eardrums. So it's I don't know. I don't know how to take all that. It's trying to think. It's how would I put that? I'm losing train of thought. It's I get like that. I'll get into the reason I'm recording a video, and then all of a sudden I get sidetracked in my mind. It's just like because I've allowed people to dictate what I can and cannot do for so long that I became accustomed to it. At BlizzCon 2017, I decided, I need to go back to old school. I need to go back to the old bod. That I'm fun, I'm cool, I'm excited to be around people. People like to be around me. But sometimes some people tried to step on my toes, and in the old school, you wouldn't step on my toes. I wouldn't let you. I would call you out, sit there with a bag of popcorn, and pray that you would do the things that you say you were going to do. That was the old me, because I loved that. I loved that challenge when I was younger. That mentality can't work when I get older, but there's some aspects of that I could take. And one of those is I'm not going to let people dictate the channel. You're not going to dictate the channel. But I'm going to have fun. I'm going to be entertaining. People like the positive attitude, and I have allowed people to do that. And it's like, nope, we're not going to allow people to do that anymore. I'm not going to do it. I know how to be nice. I know how to be respectful. My job is retail, and what I do on the job, I know how to separate home and work, and it's time to separate the haters from the people who want to be here. So probably the only time I'm going to talk about the hate and all that stuff. I didn't want to make that rules and regulation video. I didn't want to do that, but I had to establish what's going to happen, and I know people are going to take that out of context. They're going to timestamp the video. Hey, Bodge, you were talking about this situation that happened 2 years ago. Okay, my response to the people would be, you need to get over yourself, because it's not about you. It's about the YouTube channel and the people who want to subscribe to the channel. I utilized something in my past to establish moving forward. We all do that. We all know how to move along, I assume. But, and I disabled the comments on that particular video because all questions were answered. Now, if a question gets brought up, say, in the comments on this particular video, I might think about that real quick and go, I could enhance that part and do another update rule video where I cover all of those particular topics and so on and so forth. But I don't want to do another one of those videos because it's like not fun to do, because I can't talk. I re-recorded that rules and regulation thing several times. I didn't like how they were turning out because I was going into a rant as to why I had to make the rules. And I had to remind myself, hey, that happened years ago, dude. You need to let it go. So the rules was to establish. And you might say, well, if you're saying to let it go, then why are you bringing it up in this? Because this video is actually establishing going forward and explaining why I haven't been around for 2 years. Basically, in short, I allowed people to dictate what I can and cannot do on my YouTube channel. I was told by people that we already have podcasters in the guild, on the server, in the World of Warcraft community. We don't need you. We don't need your videos. We have enough people that make content. I was getting ready to stream, and I was informed that we don't need you to stream. You're not supposed to stream. We already have enough streamers. And it was just nonstop. So there's other podcasters out there. There's a lot of them, actually. And this was between the time of 2015, 2016. And I applied for several. They have like you want to be a part of the team and whatever. See, I have brain damage, small, slight little brain damage. I was abused growing up, so my brain don't function normally. I can read, but after I'm done reading it, I don't know what I just read. I cannot comprehend it. I have the words in my mind, in my head, but I can't get them out. And there's like a lost signal between my hands and my brain. Like when people tell me, "Hey, Bob, just Google it." Dude, I can't just Google it. It's not that simple. I can't type a book where I can understand. I can't get to the point. That's impossible for me. It's always like an autobiography. It's just, hey, that's just my disability, and people are going to have to deal with it. And it ticks me off when I have guilties, and that's what I was getting upset about. But that's going to be a whole another episode. But I'm going to dip into that particular one real quick. Is when someone tells me to Google it, I can't type in there, "Where is X?" My brain cannot function that. I can say that, but when I type it out, it comes out differently. I have to type it out longer because I don't understand what I see on the screen. If you don't have the issue, excuse me, if you don't have that same issue that I have, you can't understand it. Your brain will be like, "Dude, you just said it. Just type out what you said." I can't. You can because you have that function in your brain and your signal in order to do that. I don't have that signal. That signal's gone. And a lot of people just don't understand that. And then when I type on my keyboard, I can fly across the keyboard, but I can't look at the screen when I do that. Because the second that I look at the screen, what I'm typing out, the signal's lost. I can't continue typing. And then I will lose what I was trying to say because I distracted myself by reading. And that signal doesn't exist in my brain. It does for everybody else. Hey, that's great. I'm happy for you, man. That's perfect. You're capable of going into Google search and the type. I can't. Sure, I can go and move the mouse in there and click, but I can't go "Where is X?" like everyone else can. I'm trying to picture what that would be like, and I can't. I can't even visualize it, how it's going to be typed out. It'd be like a long, huge sentence. I've actually typed in Google search before, and there's characters in there. I know. I found it. Especially when it comes to World of Warcraft. Oh my God, that's so hard to do. But I've learned by playing World of Warcraft on how to teach me to type in short things. Like if I'm on a quest, have the quest window up, I type in what's in yellow, what the quest title is, to look it up. But it's better to look it up on YouTube than on Google. Google is actually the worst. And Google don't answer all questions because when Legion launch happened, the other thing about my brain is that it turns off. Meaning if there's so much information coming in, my brain gets into, like when I was abused growing up, all this trauma, my brain just shuts down. The simple 2 plus 2 equals 4, it's 2 plus 2, I can't give you the answer. I can't do it. And there was so much information because I read guild chat. That's the other problem I have when I level. I can't read guild chat. Because I stop to process what's being said while doing something else, my brain signal does not exist there. And then when I try to get back into doing what I'm doing, I totally just forgot what I was doing. And then I get frustrated because I'm confused. Because there's like this big weight that happens on my head. It's just this huge weight, and it's terrible. So that added to a lot of problems with me and guilds and expansions, especially Legion. Legion turned out to be the worst expansion for me due to the fact of memories, even though it's way better than Battle for Azeroth. Battle for Azeroth is really no different than Legion. It's a continuation. There's nothing new. The only thing that's new is Azerite gear and artifact weapons. New area to explore, okay. Uh, New allied races, I can understand, long overdue in that particular situation. That's it. There's really, there's nothing. There's really nothing more. And that's why a lot of people were upset, because it's really the same old from the last expansion. And that can be a problem. I really don't want too much new stuff, because my brain will have too much stuff to process. Right now it's simple. I like where it's at. It's easy to deal with, because it's just like, just Legion, just in a new area. The weapons was part of the story to get rid of, and now while we healed that up, we just put a necklace on. That's all Battle for Azeroth is for me. It's really just Legion 2.0. And Legion was really not a bad expansion. There's more people played in Legion than there are in Battle for Azeroth. That I've noticed. But yeah, I took a 2-year break. Kind of wish I hadn't done a 2-year break, to be quite honest. Wish I was still making videos. I wish I would have fought through all that grind, because I could just imagine where I would be right now. But during these 2 years, everyone had told me on a server that I played on, which was Argent Dawn at the time. I'm on RE Peak now. When I was on Argent Dawn, I was like in 5 guilds on Argent Dawn. Not everybody. There's bad apples, spoiled apples, and good apples. All right. The spoiled apples, the people I allowed that small percentage to tell me what the big percentage, which is the good apples, to dictate what I can and cannot do. And stupid me, I'm more mad at myself because I listened to them. What happened to the bodkonian of old, man? Where you couldn't tell me what to do. You could not on your life tell me what to do. Because I'm not afraid of people. I'm not afraid of anyone. But I'll have to say, I think I was afraid to be blacklisted in the community. I'm already hated in the online gaming community. I'm already hated. I've been told this by tons and thousands of people. I've embraced that in my real life. People have told me that they like me to my face, but the second that I move, like when I moved from Panama City Beach, Florida, and I moved here, oh yeah, the hate's real. The hate is real. But don't have the balls to say it to my face, because it's my demeanor, my personality. People believe that I'm a violent person. I'm violent. According to whom? What evidence? What proof? I don't speak these things. So people put words in my mouth. They churn things. Now, what I do when I'm online, people take words out of context and start arguments. I block them. That's it. I'm. You know what? You're not important. I don't care who you're a mod of. I don't care how you are in the gaming community. I'm already hated. People don't like me. I don't know why, because they don't tell me. They don't like me because what someone else said. And nobody on the online gaming community has anything. And that baffles me. I allowed people to dictate my YouTube channel because they're going to go public with stuff about me. What do you have? Seriously. That is so traumatic that the online gaming community is going to hate me. One, I'm against toxicity. I love community. I love when people come together. What do you have? I wanted to do dungeons. I'm stuck on a quest. What do you have? Seriously. You have nothing. And I realized that at BlizzCon 2017, I allowed people to dictate what I'm going to do. I was afraid to be blacklisted because the person who came up with the threats had absolutely nothing. And then I realized if they did, who cares? If you look at what's going on online now with streamers and gamers When you compare me to that, oh my God, it was a revelation. They have nothing. There's nothing. Nothing. Compared to that, dude, I'm in a big ocean, and I am one of those minnows, those small little fishes. And there's great white sharks out there in the ocean, whales and icebergs that are bigger than boats. There's ships out there, boats, ships, whatever you want to call them, that are bigger than the fish. In this community, if you want to look at all the toxicity, where am I toxic? People just don't know how to read and take what I say and throw it out of context. That's the norm. I'm used to that. I know when I'm going to type something out, someone's going to throw it into left field, right field. What do you have? Why did I allow people to ruin this channel and ruin my goals and what I wanted to do? Not going to happen no more. Rules and regulations establishes the rule. Comments disabled because there's no need to answer any questions. They were answered. You got a question? Link the video. Oh, I'm not going to send bodkonian an email. I'm going to send him a direct message on Twitter. I'm going to send him a direct message on Facebook. I'm going to tell him what he's going to do. Okay. Good one. Old school bodkonian's back. Call your bluff, and I'm going to raise you 2 points. Your turn. So yeah, that's the mindset. You will have a professional adult conversation with me about videos you want requested to be removed. You're going to have a professional conversation with me when you start ripping into me about my YouTube channel. I'm not saying it's from one person. I'm saying it's a group, a general people. All right. Looks like it's 1 versus 10 because war has been made. Ain't going to happen no more. The very fact that I'm making this video is establishing that. And the next video. Nobody dictates what's going to happen on this YouTube channel. You don't like it, you move on. There's people here who want content. There's people here who want to watch videos. They're here for a reason. That's the crowd, that's the community that I'm going to entertain. I'm not going to entertain these haters. This is the last time I want to talk about it. So haters, people who want to rule and give dictation what I'm going to do. Game over. This is the final time talking about it. Next time it's real simple. Save me the effort. Block me. Because if you're going to dictate what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you thank you, have a great day, and I'm blocking you. You're not going to throw toxicity. I declared war on toxicity. Big time. You're toxic. You're going to dictate. I didn't ask for your advice. You're going to give me bad, terrible advice by making a dictatorship. Okay. Oh, you're big. All right. Let's see how big you are. Block. Now, if you're giving me constructive criticism, okay, that's a different angle. Not a problem. You're helping making the channel better than what it is. I'm open for it. But if you're going to tell me the way you're going right now, Bod, it's going to fail. Oh, I like where it's going. Not a problem. Okay, it is what it is. But if you're going to come on here and go, hey, look, you better remove that video because you said this, you said that. But you have no proof in that video that I said this and said that. You timestamp to change the narrative. All right, blocked. I don't care how big you are in the community. The community is what made you. It's the people watching you that made you big. You hanging out with famous people to make yourself popular. So you make yourself big by, hey, look at me, by changing around, but I don't want people to look at me. What? Shut it, man. There's too much toxicity that's going on in the online gaming community. Trust me, bodkonian is a nobody, small little minute that no one cares about because you have a streamer on a panel at TwitchCon saying he's above average, he's better than anybody else. You have a streamer who is on an Overwatch League team, belittles other players and other Overwatch League teams that's out there. You have people that say, hey, I'm going to kill people, but you're so worried that bodkonian said that he wanted to run a dungeon in a guild. Oh my God, that is the worst thing that you could possibly come up with. Compared to that, I don't get as much views as the guy who went up on the TwitchCon panel. I'm a small guy, but you want to focus on me, but you don't want to focus on the actual problems at hand. Because I wanted to do dungeons. I needed help with the quest. Google is up, YouTube is up, no information, Legion just launched, and you want to go off on me? For what? Recorded a video, months later, you flip out. You don't care about a word I say until someone makes a complete lie. Because in episode, I'm going to say this. Episode 9 and episode 12 was a complete experience of raiding. Complete 110% experience on raiding. I have to be a full active raider in the guild in order to give my experience what that guild has to offer when it comes to raiding. During Warlords of Draenor, I was looking for a raid team. I was looking for guilds to raid with. I didn't know I was in one. Knights of the Archangel on Grizzly Hill server. They raided all the time. I did not know that. What I did during Warlords of Draenor was I logged in, did my garrison, logged out. A zero mom of that guild can verify how many times I logged in during Warlords of Draenor if she can remember, or any of those guildies if they can remember. I spent more time on Gromgus in the guild called the Argent Onslaught on the server Moonguard doing lore, expansion, story, role-playing. When we spent our time in Northshire, in the houses, or in that one building where the human starting area is, in that circle table, I spent more time standing there doing nothing than playing the stinking game called, or raiding in Warlords of Draenor. When I got on that tune, I tried to look for raid teams. I was in the Unyielding Crusaders on Norgannon. I was in the Addams family on Norgannon, trying to get onto that raid situation, but that didn't work out. I didn't like how things were being run. Addams family was fine. We just didn't get along. It is what it is. On Unyielding Crusaders, that was toxic. The guildmaster allowed another player to dictate how he was going to be toxic to another player by making fun of the other player. Because he was stuck there's this thing, you had to do scenario. You had to get to I think a silver or gold in order to queue for dungeons. That sits behind the mission table. And it was pretty hard. It was. On certain aspects, especially if you don't play it all the time. You can't get gear unless you go into raiding, but you had to be on a raid team to get gear. You can't queue in for a dungeon because it wouldn't stinking let you. You had to achieve a medal in order to go into doing dungeons. This was Warlords of Draenor, and it was pissing off players because they didn't have time for this stinking thing. And when they do, it was longer than the actual dungeon, and the mechanics in that scenario thing were pathetic and trash, had nothing to do with the dungeons. It was not needed. It was pointless. Because players were upset that there were people who had no idea how to do a dungeon. Well, people, communicate. Getting the medal does not work. And people were so focused on me. I was trying to get into the raid teams, and I was communicating, and I was helping one other guild on Argent Dawn, Blacklisted Souls. Hello, I was in that guild before joining any other guild on Argent Dawn. Seriously. There's not one guild out of 5 million guilds. There's at least 255 servers. There's Norganon, Argent Dawn, Scarlet Crusade, Moonguard, Thorium Brotherhood, Thrall, Rimrest Accord. Can't pronounce that Rimrest. I talked about 17 guilds around there. But my videos only was talking about one. BS! There was no rule. There was nothing there. Nothing. Only assumptions. Yeah, I'm still hot and livid by it. I didn't want to get into that. You know, it's just not that one guild. There was other people that was coming in, not from that same guild either. People that just didn't like the content that I was making because they were friends with people in the community. Just ripping into me. And it just ticked me off. And I was like, you know what? Fine. I just won't do nothing in the community. I'll do nothing. And then people will be happy. And I wasn't happy the whole time. BlizzCon 2016, I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be there. BlizzCon 2017 was the change. Old school bodkonians come back. If you don't like me, go. Join the club. Because you can't see the front of the line of all the hate that's in front of me. My family stands in front of the online gaming community. I'm hated by my own family. I'm hated by everybody. It don't matter. Oh, that James guy, that bodkonian guy, yeah, he's trash. But when I go to BlizzCon, oh, I want to give him a hug. Oh, I want to give him a high five. I want to stand around him. But you want to talk shit behind my back. You have streamers that are toxic, that are trying to ruin this community, and you're so concerned that, oh my God, Bod wanted to raid. He needed help doing dungeons. He needed help with this questing. And you want to go off on me? Please, for the life of God, request this video to be removed. Please. Double dog dare anybody. Because guess what? I'm making a claim right now. Your request being denied. Not going to happen. The only people who can say anything, the only people that's qualified to talk about, you spoke about my guild, it's Blacklisted Souls, Adam's Family, Unyielding Crusaders, the Argent Onslaught, and Knights of the Archangel. They're the only ones I'll listen to. I didn't talk bad about them. Oh, you trashed our guild. No, I didn't trash no guild in this video. You can make timestamps. I'm going to watch the whole entire video. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have my sister watch the video, and I'm going to see what she says if those requests are being made. She's the third party. If people are going to dictate what I'm going to do, I'm not going to quit no more. Shame on me if I listen. You won round 1. This is round 2. Anybody, I don't care who you want to be. You can point at yourself. Bod's talking about me. You're damn right I am. Let's make it down to real. I'm talking about you. You can turn that any old way you want to. Game on. I love this community, and I'm going to be a part of this community. Compared to what's going on in the online gaming community with all these streamers, and all these people talking down to the developers. You really want to come at me with the small petty stuff? I know the difference now. I'm not stupid. I'm 47 years old. I'm more mature than the people making the false claim on me. That's fact number one. And fact number two, I'm more mature than these streamers and than these people who think they're above God, because it is the viewers like me, the viewers that do love me on my YouTube channel here, those who do follow me, they're the ones that made me who I am. No matter how small and minute I am. If I go up to the top of this mountain, it's the fans, the people who love me, who make that happen. Not the streamer who does a speed run. You want to focus on me? Why don't you focus on the real issues at hand? When you do that for the first time in your life, you will realize bodkonian will be forgotten. Bodkonian is small. We got bigger issues to deal with. I ain't studying that stuff. You're not even watching this video. You'll watch this video in 6 months. Daggone it, bodkonian, you can't be talking like that. Yeah, I did. Because I just did. Don't like it? I got a box of tissue. All right, well, I think that's going to be, I'm really getting onto a rant. I don't want to get into that. But the YouTube channel, I'm going to be making some machinimas. I got some ideas I'm going to work with my sister on. I like those ideas. Those are really cool, to be quite honest. I don't want to say what they are because people are in the I'm going to steal your idea business. So you have to wait for them to be created. And, no one can say that I stole it. Bodkonian's Guild Chat was an idea at BlizzCon 2015. And it took me a couple years to do it. And when I finally did it, I liked it. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to do it again since I moved to Phoenix, Arizona. I'm going to establish myself back into the online gaming community. What's the one thing in Phoenix that's very popular? It's not to me, but it is to everyone else. It's hot down here. So, new catchphrase. If you can't handle the heat, then get out of my kitchen, because you're about to get burned. Welcome to the desert of bodkonian. The sword is laid in the ground, and he's standing there. Bring it. Haters. Haters of all types and sizes. Do you wish to yield or bow? Because when it's all said and done, when the dust settles, you're looking up at me as I'm looking down at you. The community is what I'm going to defend. My subscribers, I'm going to defend them. The fans, I'm going to defend them. When I see them, they're the reason that I am where I'm at. If I don't see them and they watch my channel, they comment, they like, they enjoy, they share, they're the reason I'm on here. They're my motivation. Not me. They are. Get it through your thick head, speedrunner. Get it through your thick head. Used to be on an Overwatch team. You can justify your actions all you want. Well, this person was stream sniping me. You cursed the person out in the report. You can't change the narrative to make it look good. Fact of the matter is, you're not on the Overwatch League team. I just see you as any other top 500 player in Overwatch. You're not going on the stage at PvP. The stage would be going to BlizzCon. I don't see you going on those teams. Where are you? Oh, you're a gladiator. You got a title. We only know because you stream it. That don't mean nothing. What matters to me is what I see when I watch the arena. Newsflash, you're not in it. You could give me some tips, but if I want to play a warrior, I'm going to find one who is close to getting to the stage. I don't care how big you are. In this community, we're one. There ain't nobody higher. There ain't nobody going to unsub to make a statement, to protest World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth. You don't want to play it, then quit. Go. I'm going to continue to log in. I may have my gripes about the game. Do us a favor. We don't want that toxicity here anymore. That being said, I don't care how anyone takes it. So, going to end the podcast. I know, got the alliance symbol. Oh my God, Loktar Ugar. All right.
Finally, what everyone's been waiting for, the ending of the show. You can wake up now. If you like or dislike, please click on the thumbs. Leave a comment or subscribe if you want more of this boring wannabe podcast. Music by Blizzard Entertainment, and the voice character background is from Blizzard Entertainment. Not to be taken copyright stuff. Not on purpose. I'm sorry if it does. And if you're hurt, I do apologize. The tissue is in the cleaning aisle.